Hey traders, welcome to episode 617 of the show. You could be doing anything, but you're here. Appreciate it. And well, Bitcoin, moved up a little bit. New day, new daily candle, right? has opened, and we got some movement, you know, a little bit of movement, maybe like $150+. But other than that, nothing's really happened. You're trying to get above a critical support resistance area. I mean, you're holding on to positive momentum, which is good. Your divergence is starting to try to play out a little bit, but, you know, I think the market might just be on autopilot because of the Fed meeting tomorrow, Jerome Powell. It's a 2-day meeting, right? So it'll go to the next month too, and we're going to find out about interest rate cuts, which, you know, it's already baked into the markets that there will be a cut, a 20 basis point cut, but find out with, you know, all the other, like, I guess, jobs reports, all these different variables. People are not expecting a 50 basis point cut, because that would be pretty crazy. You know, any kind of cut's good for the market, but again, it's already priced in, because I mean, even in late June, people were expecting a rate cut from the Fed in July for this meeting coming up tomorrow. So autopilot, Bitcoin Connect, kind of trying to double bottom a little bit with a bullish divergence, but everyone and their mother saying we're going down, man. Right now, we're going down. Well, we haven't yet, and there's always the chance this pattern could play out, and we could rally. Which one was it? Crap. Well, my IT guy's been over here. That's why I'm late. Forgot about saying that. Oh, yeah, I'm late. IT guy was here. Check my Instagram if you don't know. And you can see the proof of that. Alright, so just looking at Bitfinex, the channel we were in. I looked at it earlier, but sorry. I played that one stupid reggae song. Someone's like, do you listen to reggae? Reggae, man? It's like, okay. New reggae song, or not even new, it just, of course, gets... Think about reggae people, right? People who produce reggae music, and somehow they're like, they're labelist, their producers are somehow blocking people from playing it that aren't monetizing their videos. Like, give me a break, man. It's like Fish, right? Nugsnet. Oh, we're all about it, man. Come on, dude, screw the man. Blocked, right? Copyright strike. Get wrecked, dude. Just the amount of hypocrisy and like that type of stuff, man. Just ridiculous. So anyway, what could also be happening, which we don't know yet. We don't know if we're going to be producing a potential XAB. Now, is it going to be the bat? Or will it be, in time, a potential cipher? 113%, which will make sense, because 113% retrace from A to B would put you right at that PCZ of the potential Gartley. So one more sell-off, one more scrubby weak sell-off, and you might have an awesome spot right here. And, of course, it could go all the way down to the 1414 if market participants wanted to push it that far. And after that, you break 8200. It's not any harmonic. It's terrible then. Bad news, not looking good. It might be heading, if you break this, 8200 area, you're going down to probably 7400, which is a critical area. Remember, what happens when you're in downtrends or uptrends? Let's just say a downtrend. First, you have to make the geometrical breakout. It's done. Bitcoin broke out bearishly. But the next step to truly reverse your trend is to break overhead resistance or support, right? In this situation, you'd have to break 7,400, break it, and then back test it, and then hold it, and then really break 7K. You break these areas, man, you might have a nasty, nasty fall down to 5K, right? There's just not much. It happened very fast, and it just continued on. So, beautiful looking stuff right there, man. Good God. So we'll see which one, man. On the 4 hour, They're just signals telling us sellers are exhausted right now. That's it. And I don't care what you say. The divergence is there. Go ahead and argue. But we know, like, on more significant time scales, like the weekly, we just barely engulfed a couple days ago, which is not really what you're looking for if you're trying to find a rally to the upside. Okay. Oh, excuse me. If it was a cipher, ended up being one, then you'd have to adjust D and make it a 786. Not much, but it's definitely real. Okay. So that's it, dude. Well, they're gonna cut them. Project 500 is a very, very high percentage chance rates will get cut. It's not even about being idiotic. It's about they're running out of things to do, man. Like the Fed doesn't have the money to fund the government. They have to cut rates. People aren't buying our scrubby bonds anymore. But we talked about that. Anyway, so that's kind of it. I don't know, man, how long I'm going to be live tonight. I mean, there's just not much demand for what I'm doing right now because the volatility is so low. And I'm laying it out for you, the scenarios, right? Laying it out. Bitcoin Cash broke out of some sort of price contraction today, or really kind of when the stream ended. Which I guess we can just go ahead and look at it. Why not? Bitcoin Cash, man. Doing something, man. Doing it. Let's go. They'll get a log scale. Sorry. So the price contraction that was going on, you're out. You're trying to bullishly engulf right now on a pretty decently sized candle. You got 32 minutes left until that 4-hour close. Man, why does this happen? When you switch from log scale to linear scale, like your charts get foobarred. Haven't you had Kobe teeth, man? Haven't you, man?
Kobe teeth tipped $59.58. Go West, young man. Haven't you been told California's full of whiskey, women and gold, sleeping out all night beneath the desert stars with a dream in my eye and a prayer in my heart? I should have been a cowboy. I should have learned to rope and ride.
Wow, Kobe teeth in the house. Thanks so much for the inaugural Dallas Cowboy emoji star. There it is. Compliments of Chaylin. Probes, man, thanks so much, dude, for the 59.58. Wow. Left field, dude. Whew. You ready, man? Are you ready to rock and roll? You know what I'm talking about. It's coming, dude. Brace yourself. It's coming. I don't know how I'll survive the trip, but it will be fun, man. West Connect. Gee, dude. Probes, how you feel, man, about Bitcoin Cash Connect? How you feel about the Fed cutting rates tomorrow? Most likely. It would just be crazy to see a much larger rate cut. But I just don't... How is it going to happen with earning reports? Dude, like so many companies are, like, killing their expectations. They're doing so well. So when that happens, it's like... And the economy is not that bad based on numbers, which people are arguing, oh, the numbers are fake, man. Okay, whatever. Jeez, man. Fake numbers. Fake everything. Okay, so the golden zone is between 354, 415. That hadn't changed. The analysis has been the same since mid-July, man. We hadn't changed the Fibonacci at all. It's been the same. Okay, welcome to crypto. That's one market. That's one market, chat. There are many other assets out there on a different market, a couple different markets that you can look at that have opportunity. Well, there may not have been so much opportunity this past month, man. Unless you're a scalper, have fun. Everything's fake, MK, man. It's all fake, dude. I mean, come on. I know it's like, you know, how it all works, right?
What up, Mitch? Good to see you back and your internet is working well.
Bruh.
Marco, thanks so much for the 999, but also, most importantly, thank you so much for saying saying well correctly. Some people would be right there. How could they be saying? Happy to hear your internet's working good again. Thank you. Holy crap. The Kangman. And the Monero and the Jur. Yeah, dude, internet's better. It was the route or the Wi-Fi, you know, and it's okay. I ordered one myself. I'll no longer be utilizing their services at Charter for their scrubby Wi-Fi. And if you missed the day stream, the guy, he's a pretty young guy who came in, he was
3.6. Not great, not terrible.
Is this a beer market? 100 likes for fireworks. Let's go.
Yeah, I guess we could do fireworks now since we're back to pre-10K, no, pre-6K Bitcoin levels, right? I'm down with that, man. It's crazy, dude, isn't it? What a ride it was, chat. Most of you here were here before all the craziness in the markets occurred, right? So this is kind of more normal. What we're experiencing here is way more normal than what we've been experiencing the past couple months. Thanks, Rick, man, for the 3.6 Rolken. Not great, not terrible. Dang it, dude, I was about to say something. I was about to do something. Oh yeah, the cable guy compared the Wi-Fi I use. He's like, people like you don't use this stuff. Like old people that live in townhomes use this, the Wi-Fi. So you probably want to get your own. I recommend it. Don't use ours. It's like, yeah, it's probably a fireable offense. I know at a lot of companies you can't advocate for a competitor for anything because you can get terminated if you get caught. Terminated. What's up, J-Rock, Mr. Lodick, Mr. Peabody? Hey, there's 1G Project, man. Poutine, garlic poutine coming to Vegas, man. Danny Armada, Julia. What's up, Mo? There's Jeff himself, dude. True Stoner. Unfortunate to hear the news, man. You're not being able to make the trip. That sucks. What's up, Huss? Julian Soto. Marcus Williams, you can't see anything, man? Well, you might want to go to a doctor or get someone to take you to the doctor because you might be blind or you might have a blindfold on. So check your face first. You might be dreaming, dude. Many possibilities, okay? What's up, Blessed One? Apple Connect crushed it. They did, though, even though they, from 1 year ago, they're down like 11 billion. Like $11 billion. Like this time last year, I think it was 56 billion they brought in, and they only brought in 30 billion or something this quarter. So definitely, I mean, but yeah, on the chart, favorable. Blasted off a little bit, right? Huh. It was there, and then it wasn't. Oh, there we go. I guess it only shows up on the daily. Oh yeah, Probes, were you in here on the day on this stream? So it didn't save, and that's okay. Maybe I should just go to it on the big screen so I know it saves. But dude, look at this potential harmonic on Apple Connect, man. I even mentioned your name in the day stream. Watch. XA. B. What is B? 78.6% retrace, right? There can only be one. There can only be one. What is that, Probst? Tell me. Jeff, answer. What harmonic is that? If someone answers before you, you are screwed. We could definitely do this too. If you want. What is it? Whatever, dude. Something like that. Anyway, I'll wait for you, man. but it can be between the 1272 and the 1618. The PCZ is rather large here. There you go, Jeff. Jeff, you got it, man. The beatish butterfly. No, this is not Dwight Schrute. This is not the Dwight Schrute universe.
Bruh.
But I'll take it. Beatish butterfly. And I don't know if I ever did any kind of education on the beatish butterfly. But maybe we should, right? Because it's a slow night. A slow night in these neck of the woods. Make sure. Oh, I got tabbing too for my book, which I know like I should just get digital. I should just make something in my background or something. But just to make sure, you know, always. All right. So your bearish butterfly. Let me turn my audio down too. All right, so the first impulse is a big down move, right? X day, always. Always. Doesn't matter how far it goes. But when we rally, the rally needs to be very, very deep. It needs to be a 78.6% retrace. And that's it. It can't be a 61.8% retrace. It can't be a 50%. It can't be an 88.6% retrace, a 38% retrace. It has to be a 78.6% retrace. That is the characteristic. Another characteristic of the bearish butterfly is a higher low. And that higher low can be between a 38.2% retrace, and it can go as low as an 88.6% retrace. Whoa, right? But then C to D is obviously your largest leg, and it would rally you all the way to a 127, between a 1272 fib extension and a 1618 fib extension. Oh my god, dude. 1618. If you ever get a bearish butterfly and it hits the 1618 fib extension, that is like the ideal area to go short. And how do we get our targets, right? How do we get our targets on the huge pattern? Say that was the top, 1618. Go from A, Fibonacci, your low point to your high point. And we know how we do it, man, right? First target can be 382. Second target can be a 618. And third target can be 886 to 100%. All right. So the criteria from B to C, forgot to mention, from the high point to low point, you're looking between a 1618 fib extension and a 261.8% retrace. So that means it could be right here, 1618, right, which is pretty close to 1272. And when you get these harmonics, when they're lining up, like, say, like, for instance, 1272 right there, that's pretty close to 1618 from B to C. When those are confluent like that, that gives you some pretty high reliability chance of a sell-off right there. You go all the way up here, well, you're not really, you know, at a 2618. You got a 220% retrace, which isn't much of a actual fib extension, right? So, all right. Get what's going on here. Make it pretty. Bearish butterfly, man. Wow. Riveting. Education, man, on a Tuesday night. What more could you ask for? All right. If you enjoyed that education segment, hit that like button, that bell, that sub.
Bruh.
Okay. So there it is, man. But the PCZ on Apple is between $257 and $288.76, which is obviously an all-time high. Any fib extension at this point is an all-time high because this was the ATH in October, early October. It all came tumbling down, but now you can clearly see a harmonic developing in the midst of it all. Let's see. Hey, Justin, let me see, man. Thanks for the 2 super chat. Let me get the calendar up. All right, so we got. All right, so 9 a.m. Probably not. Probably not gonna happen. 10 a.m. Let's see, where is it? There's a lot of these meetings, man. Yeah, dude. It like he's like showing up multiple times throughout the day. Not exactly sure at what time they'll be announcing rate cuts or not. So I'll try to look into it and see what I can do. That's what I can say, Justin. Thanks, man. Yeah, but their iPhone sales, which is their staple, probes getting wrecked. Dude, did you hear they're going to have a titanium card? Titanium is going to be like the material of their new credit card, Apple credit card, coming out in August. Sometime in August. They don't have an exact date. I mean, leeway, yeah, dude. Like, look, man, like look, the candle close was exactly at the 786, but then you had the wick that went to like an 80% retrace. I mean, like, come on, you just got to use critical thinking. I mean, kind of rounding down 83%. All right, what's it closer to? An 88% retrace or a 78% retrace? That's kind of like the cutoff. But you want it to be as close to perfect as possible because that just gives you a higher chance of being right, of it actually being interpreted that way by other market participants, right?
Bruh.
Will you analyze INSG for me?
Hey, Ritmanite. Yes, dude, thank you for the 999 repeating, of course. Yeah, dude, let's go to it. It's all Wyckoff stuff here, man. Alright, so look at these springs, man. Oh my god. Look at the springs and the education involved with it, right? The low, the breakout, but the exhaustion. You rallied, then sold off, then back tested the spring. And then went. But then double bottomed. Fell again, false breakout, you know, and new support created, candle close right there. You can see that. All right, then you go up here. Clearly that resistance up there. I think you had a couple of them though, right? Another one there. What is that, 88% retrace? Topped out at the 88% retrace. No, 786. Wow, I never made the 886. Almost looks like you're trying to flag a little bit. What is it just doing? See, I don't know, man. It's a little off. It's like these two right here. Why does it keep moving like that, man? See, it's like, it's so weird. Some assets are just like off their rocker. So it looks kind of like a descending broadening wedge. Definitely looks like some sort of consolidation, bullish consolidation. And it does look like, look, you broke a resistance, critical resistance. You're now back testing it a couple times and holding it for now, which is good. But it would be very difficult. I mean, like, it's not going to be easy if you do break to the upside, to get to or above 684, I mean, you've got the resistance, multiple resistances. So if you're talking about being range bound, which clearly you are range bound here, you're near the top of the range, right? Best entries obviously are at the lower parts of the range, but that doesn't mean there's not opportunity. If you're near the top part of a range, you could look for an up thrust, right? Just like a spring. Look for an up thrust where we fail, I mean, we break out, but we're unable to really go anywhere. Maybe we're showing some divergence on the oscillators at some point up here, and we'd look into that later, but then you could maybe, there'd be a great shorting opportunity if you are truly range bound. And look at this, man. I mean, the way it, jeez, dude. Oh, would you look at that? Wow. 2003 levels back here. It was also great support area. All right, so to say that, I mean, look, if you do break out, you want to hold, you want to get above 684, hold above it, then you're going to have fib extension targets up there at 850, 935. The golden mean ratio, the 1618, is at $10.58. All right. But that's the way I think you should look at it. You're range bound right now, and you're near the top of the range. And if you have up thrust, which is just a failed breakout, it's just Wyckoff terminology, there might be a good shorting opportunity at these levels. Okay. But if you break it, you got targets up here too. So there you go, man. You've been range bound in this range truly since 2011, man. Wow. Only sometimes there's opportunity on assets, and that's included in crypto. And that's like why it's important for you, if you got into crypto because you loved 1,000% gains on some S coin, and you need to think about other ways to trade when the crypto market isn't doing much of anything, man. Okay, it's an infantile market, and it's also the least efficient market to trade. All right, Inseego Corporation. Thanks again, Ritmanite, for the $9.99 super chat.
Bruh.
Vibranium? Oh my god. Is that real? Is that a rare precious metal? Sweet. Gonna get some crazy base mat overlays coming, man. I'll read some chat. I don't know, man. Rate cuts affect a lot, man. Not more than equities. But, you know, I mean, really, I think the thing about gold is still not sold off like Bitcoin has. It isn't an upsloping flag. And then the measure move, the downside would be at a great reaccumulation area. Yeah, Bellinger. So things like, there's like a fund manager I was watching on Real Vision talking about like the year before a presidential election, there's like always like, and there's a Republican office too. I think that was also part of the stat. Like that year, which is the year we're in the last 6 months of the year, 4 out of the 6 months, like bad, right? Where it was excelling. So some analysts think that it's possible. Yeah, we could, this second half of the year, we could sell
I really
off.
liked YRD, with like a second set of eyes.
What's up, Mr. Sensei? Thanks for the 5. Pretty nasty. Let's look at the retrace on it. Looks like 78% retrace, right? Just eyeballing it. Dang, dude, you're an 886, and yeah, maybe see, it's like too low for an inverse head and shoulders. That sucks. Get something on the weekly. That's a huge sell. I mean, dude, you've been selling off since October of 2017. You're very close to an 88% retrace. Let me get those back. Sometimes it just does that. All right. Well, you had bullish divergence. It played out. And that's all that happened, right? That's all you got. Is it just some sort of downsloping little channel? Yep. Oh man, this reminds me of Grubhub a little bit, right? Just that flag where you hit the top of the flag and then sold off. Now you're at the heart line. All right, so you got critical support right there. That takes you all the way back to December 2015. You kind of double bottomed off of that. See, the problem is the negative momentum on the weekly is building. You're not over sold anymore, so there's room to run to the downside. But yeah, I kind of get why you like it, right? Because you're just at like these 88% retrace levels. Those are areas of value where people like swing trade masters. That's like that's how we were Bitcoin kangs, man. At 33.43, the same stuff happened, just on a shorter time scale. Like on the daily, it looked like that for Bitcoin. You know, 55% of your value lost in 5 weeks. Really? Then all of a sudden you started showing weekly, daily, 4-hour bullish divergence with that bullish Gartley 786 retrace. Same stuff, man. So let's see if we can get down to $10. I mean, look, if you want, man, if you're taking an entry on it, no lower. You don't want to be falling below, I think, $9, right? $9 is like there's no real support till $3, right? So falling, I mean, if one's entering for a position, and this would probably be a position trade, meaning like you'll be in this for a while, right? But you're solely doing it based off of the value that's here. Please, you know what? Make sure it shows up. No, it wouldn't have shown up. Give me a break, man. All right, think about it like this, man. Exhaustion flag, right? Exhaustion flag at an 88% retrace. Mr. Sensei, dude, not bad. This is the stuff you look for swing trades, longs. Or shorts if you flip the chart over, whatever. Okay. So look at the, we'll see. Oh, well, you can't do it like that. I'd have to Alt-I all those too, no point. So look at why did we sell off too, right? There was like on the daily, a high on price, a slightly higher high on price, and lower levels of relative strength and lower levels of positive momentum. So you were even warned, like if you had the channel plotted, you rallied on up and you were showing divergence on the daily on both oscillators, you had indication to believe this would sell off again. All right, but right now, just I wish there was more, right? I wish there was like a structure or something like that. I wish like X, A, B, C, D, whenever this finishes, yeah, your new wave might start, even though it's not a true harmonic at all. All right, so optimum entry probably around $10, maybe slightly lower, but nothing below $9, dude, because that's the 886. And really, you see, like breaking $10, there's no real support on the daily. So yeah, man. But dude, the yield that just for a standard retrace on this, right? Let's say that is the bottom, right? And just this for the sake of education. That's the bottom, man. George Soros called us and told us, man. Oh my God. Look how high we could retrace in time. Between 26.45 and 36.78. Sensei, not bad, dude. YRD. Add that to my watch list. Hype in the chat for his name's Blow Yourself Sensei. So I guess he doesn't like Johnny Lawrence or something, dude. Okay. You like that? I will one up you, dude. Won't one up you, but I see your YRD and I raise you TBF. Okay, so this is the 20-year Treasury. Fair, but range bound, but at critical areas of support. You had a false breakout. You might be trying to inverse head and shoulders right here. See, I didn't even really look at that because of just zooming out. Like, yeah, you've got potential bullish pattern going on TBF. Right, left shoulder, head, potential right shoulder, man. Falling wedge-ish. Only issue I've got is there was divergence, but it already played out, right? It's already played. So, how about that? You like that, man? Not too bad. But look at Pundy Coin, dude. Seriously, man. Pundy. What's up, Presto? Oh, fireworks. Share with the fireworks on. Why not? It's a speakeasy stream. Sorry, I'm way behind on chat. Holy crap. What's up, Eric Dobkin? What do you mean, rip stream? Oh, I turned down my bitrate. It's still really low. It's still like 3100. I'll turn that back up next stream, I guess. So cryptos and tokens, yep, back on, man. Made it, dude. Made it. What's up, Steven De La Cruz? Do I think Bitcoin can hit 11,650 before a big retrace? Of course it could, man. But I just don't understand. What do you mean big retrace? Like, you know, the context of retrace. It's either going to be around here or it could be around 8,800 before rally again. But we're looking for that bottom right now for the next wave, the next big move on Bitcoin. And it normally comes when people stop caring. And I'll tell you, I know better than anyone that people stop caring in these markets. And talking to Bradford about it, it's like this is normally when the big volatility pops and all the scrubs come back. Oh my God, man, I'm sorry I quit crypto. It's only been like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I can't even keep my attention on it until it pops again. And then they're FOMOing, being like, should I buy now? Should I sell now, man? Volatility's coming back, man. Don't worry about that. Guess I didn't miss much chat at all.
Bruh.
Dude, Bellinger, man. Slagging, dude. Sorry. Ooh, nice.
Thanks to BCH today I can buy you a drink tonight, lol.
Dude, Bellinger, man, thanks for the 20. And thanks for the Litecoin in the jar. You see that? 20. It was Ethereum. It's now Litecoin. In order to get Ethereum, it must be 30. But I mean, it's just a new emoji, man. Just further diversifying the jar. Continuing to reinvest in the stream. Thank you, man. And congrats. Dude, you know what's crazy, though, about that? Like, it could go so much higher if Bitcoin wants to play ball, right? It could go so much higher, dude. Remember, it could go to, like, between 354 and 415 before really selling off again. Or it could just dump now because Bitcoin, right? And that's like the thing about this market, right? It's just, I don't know. I froze on your smart TV, Ripmanite? Huh. I don't understand, dude. I mean, are y'all getting issues? And it might be just because my bitrate's so low. It's really low, dude. And it's low for a reason. If I get a few more complaints, I'll just restart the stream with higher bitrate. Okay. Yeah, Rick, man. Well, it's Chalen, man. Chalen brings the visions to life. And that's a good graphics guy. What happened to Archiscan? Last I heard, he struck a deal with CVS for his company, and he's just been busy, man. He said anytime I'm in Cali, I can hang out with him. Yeah, Jeff, dude. So let's just quit crypto, Kappa. Hourly? No, I don't think you can get bullish divergence on the 60-minute with a higher low, right? Remember? No issues. That was so weird. It was like glitching. Not necessarily, Russell. Not if everything's good and you have a 2080 Ti. I actually read that having too low of bitrate can cause issues. Believe it or not, dude. I would have said the same thing until I read that stuff. Dude, on my side, man, the amount of stuff my Ti guy and I read about all these issues, we've heard like everything. Read like everything, dude. Nah, dude, Archiscan was around after Bitcoin Casino. I wonder if Bitcoin Casino will last. I wonder if Bitcoin Casino will last the week. Probst, do you think Bitcoin Casino will last the week on the screen? Anyway, hold on, we're gonna... There you go, QR Crypto, man. 480, baby. Man, so much insanity on this one, dude. Let me redo this though in log. That's it right there, dude. That's it, man. Don't know how you could do it any other way with how that is. All right. So here's Lockheed Martin. And so we had an inverse head and shoulders last time I looked at it. Rallied up. I don't think we had the measure move, and then just the correction, right? Dumpage. That V recovery, that beautiful V-shaped recovery, man. Emotionalism setting in, dude. People freaking out. The flag, the rally. And here we are, right at, we've now made all-time highs. All right, and so you could say you're probably just in some sort of channel. See, is it like that though? I think we would, we probably want to get out of log scale. So this is like you're uptrending right now, but you can see the historical uptrend is just unbelievable, right? You know, the recovery, dude, the recovery you had just been gone, man. All right, so let's make this only visible on the weekly so we can get out of log scale. What? Oh. Alright, so out of log scale. make our adjustments, right? Because we're zoomed in now. All right, so I think if it rallied, which we might be double topping right now, dude. You know? And look at that bearish divergence right there, Class B bearish divergence, where you make a high on price, and then you make a double top on price, and you make a lower level of positive, or sorry, in this situation, a lower level of relative strength. On your double top, you didn't even have positive momentum before you reversed your price action. But, you know, it's potential. This trend is stupidly bullish. To buck the trend, man. Good luck, dude. Good luck bucking this. Alright, so it really, again, could be really bad for your portfolio to try to, like, call a top on something like Lockheed Martin. Sure I'm getting this, like, perfect. You could even do an equidistant channel here, you know. Let's just play with it. Maybe this is the 25% support right there. Oh my god. There you go, dude. There you have it. Is that good? No, still like... Alright, I'm good with that. So targets, if this thing broke the upside, from all-time high, I think the all-time high to the correction would be the best way to Fibonacci for targets to the upside. Because, right, if this thing's not going to dump, well, 396 is your 1272 fib extension. And then $413 is your 1414 fib extension. And the golden mean ratio is way up there at $438. Okay.
Thank you.
Is that a joint? Bruh.
Bankhead, thanks for the 420 as that joint contribution. Much love, man. Okay. Excellent virtual coinist, man. Yeah, dude. Music like that will really help. Really help retaining knowledge. Just no vocals. Just instrumental music. It's great. Okay, so been live now for 53 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. We're back to days of old. 400 people watching, man. People will be back, man. They'll be back, and it'll be too late. It will be too late, man. Until the volatility, you know, the pump or dump happens, and then they're in the market. They're like, oh, they're interested again. Until the volatility, you know, dies off, then they quit and they come back. They FOMO, and the cycle repeats itself over and over and over again. We've seen it too many times, haven't we? Well, Bellinger, man, I wouldn't worry about it, man. It's okay, dude. It's just like almost one stream suffices per day when the, you know, like it's a supply and demand thing, right? Look at Procter & Gamble, dude. Oh my God. It's lost its mind, dude. PG has lost its effing mind. Yeah, I'll show you, dude. PG Connect, Kappa.
Bruh.
I mean, it's ungodly, dude. This one has just mooned. But dude, look at Pundicoin. Look at Pundicoin. I don't care about Procter & Gamble. Maybe you should, man. Maybe you should care. Or I think these are great times to try to spread the word about the stock market. I mean, I love the stock market. The stock market changed my life. It wasn't crypto that changed my life. Now, it did because, like, you know, I'm saying streaming and all that, but like the stock market really changed my life. Like It like gave me capital, right? Well, long before crypto did. Okay, so I owe the stock market at least. If you're not into the stock market, I don't know what to tell you, man. Now here, there's obviously very high premium. You know, buying at these levels is absurdity. You're asking to lose your money. But dude, there's been so much opportunity this year on the stock market, just like there's been in crypto. But guess what's kept going while Bitcoin stopped? The stock market, right? The whole world is invested heavily in the success of the stock market, man. 401ks, IRAs, mutual funds, right? Everyone's future depends on this market right here. So there's a lot of people, a lot of powerful people that are trying to keep this thing up, including the president and his administration. And so, all right. Maybe, you know, it definitely is so high now that waiting, of course, for value. Hey, there are many other assets on the stock market that don't look identical to the Dow Jones, S&P 500, Russell 2000, NASDAQ, right? There are many assets out there that look like this. Does this look anything like, you know, if this was crypto, this would look exactly, everything else would look the same as this, right? Be like, hey man, we're looking at the same thing. Pundy coin, whatever the other ones are. God, I just don't keep them in my mind. I don't keep those S coins. Cloak coin, all of them. Sia coin, same crap. Same chart. Oh, but then you look at something completely different. A beautiful rounding, I mean, maybe rounding bottom, dude. I mean, it's beautiful. Other people would say it's an ascending triangle. Sure, guess what? They're the same freaking measured move, man. And they're both bullish. So don't try to prove something by saying it's an ascending triangle versus the rounding, the lows, the lower lows, the lowest low, the higher lows now, dude. The Momo shift. Beautiful rising wedge pattern that played out like the Jesus men. It's like when you're playing longs and you can go to the weekly and daily and see bearish divergence in this pattern develop, you can preserve a lot of capital after holding something for a very long time. Both. Whitmanite, both. Procter & Gamble had the best earnings report in a long time. Yep. Joe, man, you know, if you're starting small, it might be best to start with a base of like a blend of like ETFs. I don't know. That's kind of, and then start looking for assets that, you know, like it really, a lot of it started for me when I was just looking around and being like, ooh, Logitech. Oh, I like Logitech, man. Oh, that's a good asset. Oh, that's publicly traded. What? You know, and it just spread out from there. iPhone, right? Oh, the Amazon thing, right? All these things are publicly traded, and then you start researching the fundamentals. Yeah, there's actual fundamentals, these companies, right? And they can affect the price. It's a lot bigger of a deal, fundamentals here, than crypto. Crypto, like, it's kind of not even real. Fundamentals are it's mainly all speculation on the crypto market. What causes sentiment to change? Dude, when something's been beaten down so much for so long, Conrad, and when constantly in these previous earning reports they've been downgrading, lowering guidance, guess what'll happen, dude? Eventually it catches up and all of a sudden they kill expectations and the guidance gets raised, right? It's the sandbagging, inverse sandbagging, dude. All right, it's Momo shift. If you don't think, look, Activision Blizzard makes hundreds of millions of dollars, all right, quarterly. So that's a lot better than Pundy coin, a lot better than any crypto in terms of fundamental value, intrinsic value. They make money. They make lots of it. They're going to keep making it. Whether you don't like their products or not, they're going to still keep churning revenue, man. Well, option trading, yeah, that can kill you. Yeah, dude. That can definitely kill you. I mean, unless you did just long the calls, man, right? That's cool. All about, I don't care about anything with Tron. Tron, their leadership, that person in charge will run everything they do into the ground. Don't really care. There will be someone that comes out with way more integrity that does the same thing Tron does. They'll just do it better. Okay, I'll wait for that. No thanks on Justin Sun Connect, dude. Give me a break. He's a child. And he lacks a lot of integrity. So you want to deal with that? By all means, man. Okay. EA killed it today, too. Yeah, EA Games. Or EA Sports in the game. Oh, God.
Hey Mitch, can you please take a look Tron Connect?
That
Thanks to Udi.
That was so poorly timed.
Bruh.
Thank you, Free99. Tron Connect. We only Tron Connect. I mean, I don't know what, so I don't know what pair you're asking about, so I'm just assuming it's US dollar or Tether or whatever, right? I just assume that, but see, I don't know, so I don't know what assuming does. Yeah, you know, dude. Okay, so interesting here on Tron, despite all the crap about Justin Sun losing his kidneys or whatever the stupid excuse was. All right. This we've had the when's the last time we touched this chart besides drawing a couple horizontal lines? I mean, this hadn't changed, right? We had the breakout. We were range bound from early January all the way to late May, and then we double topped at the target, one of the targets that we had for most of this year, from the high or the previous high point to low point, the 382, the golden zone between 3.9 cents and 5.6 cents. And so since then you fell right back into the range, but you're at the bottom of the range. And kind of pretty, I mean, this is pretty interesting, right? You're very close to some bullish divergence. Interesting. Very interesting here. Okay. Hey man, if I didn't know it was Tron Connect, I'd just be like, you know, whatever. I'm not gonna talk crap about Justin Sun when we're looking right here, right, at these oscillators that could maybe be showing impending price action versus the upside. This is convergence until you double bottom at 2.0728 cents, but it's so close that it could be divergence. It's divergence convergence right there at a critical level that you really need to hold above, because if you don't hold that, you're most likely coming down to 1.8 pennies, which could be a lot, you know. But you see what I'm saying? Like, you are at a critical area of support right now. And you're starting to round out. So maybe what could be developing here with the divergence is your textbook Adam and Eve, maybe? Right, where this just rounds out. And then that'd be Adam and Eve. Adam is the V. Eve is a U. And sometimes you get Eve and Eves, Adam and Adams, Eve and Adams. But then you got the one that everyone knows about, which is the Adam and Eve, potentially. And it's not even a real pattern until you break back above 3.0240 cents. Okay. So maybe, man, very interesting. Thanks for the 999. And yeah, maybe, man, whatever. Justin Sun still sucks, but this looks okay. It's interesting for sure. Chat H is the same stock market, forex, or crypto, man. Newbies should all be reading books, spending the money they have on books and resources to learn more and more and more. And then paper trading's a big deal too, right? You could open up a TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim account, and they have like paper trading. There's like a little tab you can click at the beginning of login where it makes you can go to live trading, you know, like real money, or you can go to the paper trading, and that's a way you can do things. You can start, but remember, understanding the psychology really learning Fibonacci, pattern development, coinciding variables, all these things that I try to teach it here every day. Learning all these things is very important in paper trading. And then once you start showing a little bit of success, if it's working out for you, you can start throwing a little bit of cash on your trades. Wow, we looked at Overstock today, man. Hold on. There you go, dude. So Bitcoin in its downtrend, making a higher low on candle low closes than the previous low. Hey, Tron Connect, come on, man. What does it look like, right? What does this look like? V and maybe U-ish, right? V, maybe U-ish. Is it Tron that's doing something, or is it Bitcoin, man? It would be Thinkorswim, Joe. Yeah, that. Unless I'm mistaken, man. I'm almost certain. Yes. No, I know. I know they do. I know they do. Oh God, dude. Yeah, man. Like, what's Fibonacci? Chris, glad you asked. Hey, all right. So go to my YouTube channel, Chris, and go to the education tab, and then go down to where it says how to Fibonacci. You will learn an ample amount. Make sure you're focusing. You maybe have a coffee. 16-minute video. Check it out. Okay? Chris, do that, and then let me know next stream or whatever that you did it. Okay? If you can dodge a Ripple, you can dodge a Netflix. True that, man. Very, very true. Ritmanite, that's actually the golden mean ratio, and it's one of the sequential numbers of Fibonacci, but it is not in itself Fibonacci, right? Fibonacci is a sequence of a bunch of different numbers that we see all over the place. Crypto tokens, man, what do you like? How do you save GameStop, man? Like, right? It's like, what need? They're just middlemen, dude. They don't facilitate any value. They did before everything became, you know, online, you know, internet got really good, you know, and people started in-housing, you know. Why pay the middleman when you can just do it yourself? Well, that's what EA and Activision, Nintendo, a lot of them have done, or all of them have done. And it's killed GameStop. It has killed them. Okay, so been live hour 8 minutes, man. I don't know. Market's doing its thing, right? I think we've had a good stream. I was live for an hour and a half earlier today, hanging out with y'all. It's a late night, and thanks for the 420.
Is that a joint?
Still watching, man. Really appreciate it. So just remember, of course, this could sell off, and there's absolutely a better area of value at 8,800. But the best laid plans of mice and men, where everyone and their mother's saying we're going down. Well, I'm sorry, man. Like, you can't tell me that the bullish divergence isn't there, though it may not play out. Okay, it's still there, though. I'm not going to not talk about it.
Market talks. I've learned a ton from your TA, so blessed. Owe it to you, my friend.
Bruh.
Thanks, Bo, for the 5, man. Really appreciate it. John Keane, Why the Fireworks, old school throwback thing. Back before, like, this channel blew up, when we got 100 likes, it was like a huge deal, and we would do fireworks when I got 100 likes. And so we're just doing throwback since we're back to, like, Bitcoin $5,000 levels, or whatever, 6,000. Jade Hugs, I'm glad you enjoy it, man. Thank you. All right, so 2 p.m. Eastern, so 1 o'clock Central. Okay, so Jeff, you think it'd be wise to try to be here at like 1 p.m. live for it, and then we could watch it together? I don't know. People are normally like working. All right. So yeah, man, it's just like you cover this stuff enough times, and then it just almost feels like you're repeating yourself too much, the analysis, and I don't know. It just feels like sometimes weird. So y'all get it, right? I mean, sometimes I'll do 10-hour marathon streams, right, when it calls for it. But then sometimes it's just like, I'm going to do everything I can to show up. I went to a freaking Starbucks yesterday. It was terrible. And then the day, 2-3 days before that, like those days, I was like live streaming IRL from here because my internet was screwed up, right? So I'm always going to try to be here, and I'm going to give it all my effort. But when the market is slow, you know, it's just...
Good show, man.
That's weird.
Is that a joint?
Thanks, Crypto Fish, for 420. Don't know why Elon didn't show up. We'll fix that. Thank you, Crypto Fish, man. Nice marijuana leaf. Avatar, dude. No way, Jeff. Nah, dude. Him speaking live. Dude, that's not... What he does is not... Nugsnet does not care about what Jerome Powell talks about. Dude, we've done all kinds... Like, I mean, like a song. Okay, that's different. But not Jerome Powell. My God. Hey, you know what? I'll say this. If we had to worry about being live and broadcasting Jerome Powell talking about cutting rates... Dude, there would be so many more people, right? Like, on YouTube watching. So, I don't know, man. We don't have to worry about that. Remember bed and breakfast going? Oh, I remember, dude. The old days. Alright. So, I freaking love y'all. Thanks so much for the likes, love, support. Kobe Teeth, thanks for the being Session Top Jesus. And y'all are incredible. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. Through the good times and the bad, and the lull times, which we're in right now. But I'm telling you, man, you will be rewarded for sticking around. Dude, no one cared down here. No one cared down here, man. We did in this community. But I'm saying no one else cared. Not many other people cared. And a lot of people missed out on all this. I mean, people screaming. I mean, like foaming at the mouth. Should I buy now, man? Should I buy now? And it's like, dude, you could have lived comfortably and not had to worry about it, dude. At much lower prices. Should I buy now, man? Should I buy all in at 14K? Be rewarded for being patient. All right? Let's see if this plays out or if we just dump again. Bitcoin's waiting. Stock market is holding its breath. Everyone is for Jerome Powell tomorrow. So I'll be back. Till then, respect the TA.
Adios, turd nuggets.